the servant had only accidentally broken the vase. To his astonishment, the mistress of the house immediately stood up and, right in front of him, began removing her clothes. First, she unbuttoned her blouse, then slipped off her dress. Without a word, she put down the shards of the vase, walked to the edge of the pool, and, with a graceful motion, dove straight into the water. Holding her breath, the woman scanned the pool until she spotted the remaining pieces of the broken vase. Meanwhile, the servant stood anxiously by the poolside, waiting. A second later, with a splash, she emerged from the water. The sight of her dripping white figure left the servant utterly dumbfounded, his eyes glued to her as if he were under a spell. It wasn't until the woman turned her head shyly, a faint blush on her cheeks, that the servant snapped out of it. Embarrassed, he quickly averted his gaze. The woman set the vase fragments down, picked up her clothes, and hurriedly began dressing. As she did so, she occasionally glanced at the servant, who couldn't help but sneak another look. Before long, the woman was fully dressed. Without a word, she snatched up the vase and the fragments from the servant's hands and stormed off in a huff. The servant stood frozen, his mind replaying what had just happened. But unbeknownst to him, the entire scene had been witnessed by the woman's younger sister. Secretly in love with the servant, she felt a pang of jealousy. From that moment on, a seed of resentment began to take root in her heart.